Good evening, my people, and welcome back to What's New with ME, where we cut through the noise, add context to the chaos, and say the quiet power out loud without picking any sides. Left, right? Yeah, we're going to straight in the middle. Tonight is one of those episodes where the world feels like it's moving fast, but thinking slow. We've got lawmakers emotionally unraveling on live television, a terror plot stopped just in time in Los Angeles, a Hollywood tragedy that forces uncomfortable conversations, a long awaited murder verdict, two digital firestorms choosing conversations over clicks, Messi causing chaos halfway across the globe, and Morocco quietly building one of the most dominant football systems in modern history. This is not outrage TV. This is perspective TV. Let's get into it. Segment 1, Mexico lawmakers breakdown on national television. So let's start in Mexico, where politics turned deeply personal live on air. During a nationally televised legislative session, multiple lawmakers visibly broke down, tears, long pauses, raised voices, and then pushing and shoving. As debates over violence, national security, and public safety reached a boiling point. At first glance, some viewers called it unprofessional. Others called it powerful, but zoom out for a second. Mexico lawmakers are operating under relentless pressure, cartel violence, public fear, international scrutiny, and internal politics fracturing all at once. This wasn't performative emotion, this was stress leaking through the cracks. One take says leaders should remain composed to maintain confidence. Another says moments like this humanizes leadership, reminds the public that these decisions carry real emotional weight. The bigger question to this, do we actually want leaders who feel nothing or leaders who feel too much? Because governing a nation under constant strains doesn't come without a cost, and this was that cost and censored. Segment 2. LA terror plot stopped and 4 suspects arrested. So now to LA, where authorities confirmed 4 suspects were arrested in connection with a planned terror attack. Keyword here, planned. This attack never happened because intelligence agencies intervened early. Now that matters. This wasn't random. This wasn't impulsive. This was coordinated and disrupted. From one angle, this is a success story of surveillance, interagency cooperation, and prevention actually working. From another angle, it reignited the ongoing debate. How much surveillance is too much? And where do we actually draw a line between safety and civil liberties? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Plots that fail quietly don't trend, but they're happening more often than we realize. Tonight, LA was spared, and that deserves acknowledgement without panic or politicization. Segment 3, Rob Reiner and wife killed a Hollywood strategy. So this next story is heavy and it deserves restraints. Legendary director Rob Reiner and his wife were reportedly killed by their own son, a tragedy that stunned Hollywood and the public alike. No speculation, no drama, just loss. It's easy for people to rush to labels, mental health, fame, money, privilege. But stories like this cut deeper than the actual headlines. Violence inside families doesn't discriminate by wealth or success, and often it hides behind closed doors until it explodes. One take frames this as a mental health failure. Another points to missed warning signs and silence. Both can be true. This isn't a Hollywood story, it's a humane one. And it reminds us that prevention conversations cannot wait for headlines. Segment 4. Michael Walsh murder verdict guilty. Justice doesn't always move quickly, but today it moved clearly. Michael Walsh has been found guilty in a murder case that has haunted a family and a community for years. For the victims' loved ones, this wasn't just a legal decision, it was acknowledgement. Justice isn't only about punishment, it's about being seen, it's about truth being affirmed publicly. Some will say the system took too long. Others will say due process mattered. Both can exist at the same time. What matters tonight is this: the verdict brought clarity, and clarity brings a measure of peace. Segment 5, Erika, Kirk, and Candace Owens, 4.5 hours offline. So let's talk about something rare in 2025. Erika, Kirk, and Candace Owens reportedly sat down for 4.5 hours offline, off camera, to cool down the digital noise that has been fueling online warfare. No clips, no monetized outrage, no viral snippets, just conversation. In an internet economy built on polarization, this was almost radical. One take says it changes nothing, the algorithm still rewards conflict. Another says it sets a precedent. Real dialogue doesn't fit into reels. So here's the takeaway. Not every disagreement needs an audience. Sometimes the most powerful move in media is choosing not to post. Imagine that. Segment 6, Messi's GOAT tour in India. Passion turns chaotic. So now to football or soccer, depending where you're watching. Lionel Messi's GOAT tour in India triggered massive crowds, chaos, and reported riots as fans overwhelmed venues. This wasn't just fandom. This was cultural eruption. In many parts of the world, Messi isn't just an athlete. He is mythology. But this also exposes a serious issue. When passion outpaces infrastructure, excitement becomes dangerous. One take celebrates global football culture. Another raises concerns about safety, crowd control, and event responsibility. GOAT status comes with global influence and global responsibility. Segment 7, Moroccan football, the secret sauce. So finally, let's talk about my Morocco, because while the world chases stars, Morocco is building systems across men's, women's, youth, futsal, and now Arab Cup finals. With the African Confederation Cup kicking off Sunday, Morocco is making history across all categories. So what changed? Here's the real secret sauce: long-term federation vision, heavy investment in youth academies, elite coaching development, respectful integration of dual national talent, and a cultural belief that football excellence equals national pride. Morocco stopped chasing validation and built infrastructure. The result? World Cup semifinal history, continental dominance, sustained excellence. This isn't just a moment, it's a movement. So in closing, this was tonight's What's New with ME. No screaming, no size, just context, perspective, and conversation. If this made you think, good. If this challenged you, even better. I'm Ali Mehdaoui, and until next time, stay informed, stay human, and keep asking the better questions. Peace.
Still marketing your business like it's the Yellow Pages era? Welcome to ME Studios, where local solopreneurs and small business owners catch up with the digital world and take over it. We help you go from invisible to undeniable. Featured on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Plus, gain press exposure in over 100 to 300 major media outlets like Fox, ABC, CBS, NBC, and the CW. Right here in Eatontown, New Jersey, just steps away from the soon-to-be Netflix studios, our multi-unit facility is built for creators, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Stop marketing like it's 1995. Start building your digital authority today with a team that gets it.